Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I got taken out earlier. I was in the middle of Capricorn. I couldn't finish it, and I figured it was time for me to just move on. I will do Capricorn again at a later time, simply because I don't want to take out the Wi-Fi again. I figure that's fair. So right now we're going to be doing an energy update. I asked the collective energy what this update is going to be about, and it's about a huge influx of energy that leads to a level up. Okay. So if you're not familiar with what a level up is, this is when you increase in frequency. That increase in your frequency definitely ties to an increase in your level of awareness. All right. So a level up, oh, I can't. A level up definitely has to do with ascension. It has to do with your forward progression as a soul. So I'm just going to shuffle one more time. Yeah, the cappy blew it. The cap in my chart was like, no. Yeah, I totally took out the Wi-Fi for the whole house. The whole house. Okay, let me just finish pulling some cards for us for the collective energies. Whew, I feel some bloopity bloop 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 bloop. Ah, I knew this card was going to come out. Okay. I was going to say, I feel some huge upticks of energy in my heart space. And now I see why. Let me go ahead and pull a few more cards. Okay. We're going to get ourselves as much clarity as possible. And really just kind of take stock of what's in store for the next few weeks, because a huge shift occurred. I did a Pisces bonus reading regarding this because it was primarily tied to Pisces. But if you think about it, it affects everyone because Pisces embodies all of the zodiac. Okay, it's the very last sign. So it taps into all of the other zodiac signs. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? It's hella dramatic. All right. So as a collective whole, we all exist on this earth plane. Card number 16, Gaia, Earth. Earth itself is experiencing a rise in her frequency, all right? Gaia is going through the same type of evolution that humanity is going through. Because of the laws of reciprocal reflection, we are reflecting Gaia's process of growth. Gaia is reflecting humanity's evolutionary process. So we're going back and forth, and I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't checked it lately, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Schumann resonance has shifted as well. That's basically the heartbeat of Gaia. I wouldn't be surprised if it's shifted, if it's increased, because it's this really intense sense that we are. There's parts of us that are crumbling away. This is a very intense process, especially for those who are not aware that this process is occurring. It can definitely feel as though your life is crumbling before your eyes, that everything that was worth your while is being taken from you. Everything that you love, everything that you value is being ripped out of your arms, and it's so unfair. Why are you being punished? All of these different things tie to the process that we're going through, this evolutionary step. It is a shamanic death. Card number 44, visions of life beyond death. So you have to look beyond what it is you're going through, whatever circumstance, no matter how prolonged or acute, you have to look beyond it. You have to see the bigger picture. If you're focused on one little detail, You're not going to see the bigger picture. So things are shifting, okay? The things that are no longer in alignment with your growth are being stripped away from you right now. That includes friendships. It doesn't matter how long you've been friends. It includes relationships. It doesn't matter how in love you thought you were. It definitely, it includes all aspects of your life. It also includes husbands. Yes, everything, everything. So card number 36, 12th house, escape. This is the trajectory of a soul ascending. Okay, this is basically a Fibonacci sequence. This is the path that soul takes as it rises back up to its greatness. Now, we are just like the moon. We have our phases that we go through where we feel very diminished, and then we feel very full and powerful, and then we go back to feeling depleted and diminished. And that's just a natural part of the process. Well, the thing is, if you're trying to avoid, if you're trying to escape that which you're meant to go through, it prolongs the process. So let's see what this card ties to. Card number 36. Woo, a lot of energy. It's a lot. It's a lot of energy just buzzing all over. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. It's time to get on point. It's not a time to ignore or overlook what's there. Things may get fragmented. That's what we're going through. We're getting fragmented. Our ability to compartmentalize is really being pushed to the limits. And once you get pushed a little too far beyond what you can handle, the very delicate partitions that you've created between your lives, they get obliterated. And next thing you know, everything is kind of bleeding through to each other. They're all getting mixed in together. And so it becomes a huge chaotic mess within your mind, within your heart, your social circle, your relationships, at work, everything. Everything is just getting all massively jumbled up. So let's see. Oh, well, shit. Even though astrologers refer to the 12th house as the gutter or garbage dump of the zodiac, it's still distinct in its meaning. Evolved souls and the doomed live here. So would it be safe, would it be fair to say that as you recognize the path of your evolution, or as you begin to really embrace this feeling, this thought that you are in fact doomed and being punished, that that's just a step in your evolutionary process of self-realization, self-actualization? Could it be fair to say that? I think so. I definitely think so. Within the 12th house are the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. Ruled by the planet Neptune, the planet of confusion and drunkenness, prisoners, shut-ins, saints, artists, and mystics call this home. So it's really, you know, like the crest and the trough of a wave, because that's what creation is. Rolling with the homies. I love that movie. Rolling with the homies. Okay, let me quit. Damn it. I wish I could keep reading. It says the 12th house offers bliss, spiritual fulfillment, the meeting up with twin flames. It promises of losing yourself in some beautiful other, but it might be like trying to hold on to a cloud. This house of poetry and oceans is enchantment. It's where we lie to ourselves as well. So what are you lying to yourself about? What are we lying to ourselves about? What are we trying to escape? When this card comes up, that means something is amiss. Okay, there's plenty of references of twin shit in this reading. There's plenty of references in it. So something's amiss, definitely. The Venus, did we pull out Venus? I sure hope not. Okay, good. Good. Very good. We didn't pull any of those cards. Oh, gosh. You have to search for clarity, take heed, and do not allow deception to enter your space. Ooh-wee. There's a lot of shit going on, guys. A lot of things getting confused. A lot of things. Don't be so quick to jump to conclusions at this point, okay? If you start jumping to conclusions right now, you're going to really mess yourself up. Queen of Staves, a sympathetic and understanding person, friendly, loving, chaste, practical, charming, gracious hostess. I'm wondering if this is a warning to use your elevated discernment ability to make sure that you're not being a very warm and inviting host to something that should not be invited in, something that's going to come along as, you know, disguised as possibly a twin flame or like a soul connection, because we have been talking about how reconnection is imminent for a first wave of twin flames. Reconnection is definitely imminent, not for all, but for some. And I'm wondering if dark things are definitely going to be trying to exploit this information to insert themselves into your life under the banner of twin flame. That's intense. That's intense. They're getting creative and crafty. Fifth house, creativity. They're using that, dark things are using that separation. Look at that. I mean, this imagery is not comforting. Fun house. House of distortions. I mean, what are fun houses? They create massive distortions. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. At all. So basically, these two cards are in the same stack. Card number 9, potential, and card number 13, power of attraction. The potentiality of attracting your true twin is absolutely there. But there's also the potentiality of this being used in a very creative way to gain access, especially if you're trying to escape that which you're needing to fully face. This is stressing me out. What is this trying to tell us? All right, let's just look at the other cards, because now it's like starting to get a little too real. It's getting a little bit real. Let's see. Knight of Staves. Let's see. What is this about? A journey, advancement into the unknown, alteration, flight, absence, change of residence. For some, this might have to do with the soul connection still needing time, definitely still needing to finish processing their own separate journey before a reconnection. You can't rush this. You cannot rush this. You cannot be so desperate to lean on something else that you would forego the knowing of your own legs and feet, your ability, your backbone, giving you the ability to stand on your own. You can't allow this. You cannot allow this level of deception to enter your field. Yes, a foundation. And here's the thing. Card number 47, Grand Cross Provoker. You know, you're going to definitely, for those who are resonating with this, you will probably be provoked to jump the gun, to do things that are not fully in alignment because you're trying to usher along a process that still needs more time. It still needs to bake. Okay, just let it bake. Gooey in the middle, just let me bake. That's the song. That's the song. You have to trust yourself to know when the truth is in front of you. Okay? Trust yourself to know when the truth is presented to you. There is a miracle in the middle of this. I want clarity on this miracle card. If you could please give me clarity on this miracle card. Why are we involving the mother? Let us see. Ooh, too much. Okay. I asked. You answered. Okay, mother. All right, mother. The Fool. All right. So the Fool in reverse. Bad decision, apathy, hesitation, negligence. Are you being negligent in who you're gifting your trust to? This is a need for greater, higher levels of discernment. Six of Swords. Oh, I'm feeling some kind of way at this point. Six of Swords. A trip or journey, headstrong attempts to overcome difficulties, expedient manner, success after anxiety. Whew. Yes, do not cave to pressure. This is still, I get the feeling of like trying to force it, trying to rush it. Man, and then comes this card. Like, why you gotta pop up? Why don't you just stay wherever you are in the freaking deck? What number are you? All right, the Emperor card. Worldly power, confidence, wealth, stability, authority, indomitable spirit, war-making tendencies. Let me just make sense of this, because this is just... Well, shit. That's deep. That's deep. That is very deep. Okay. You're being provoked to see the truth and the potential of that war-making tendency of the Emperor. The Emperor doesn't just declare war. It's a very calculated thing. If war is declared, it's a necessary step. And the truth is, in that potential, a miracle can occur. And that miracle would be your understanding and acceptance of the truth, your acceptance of that Emperor type energy. So, King of Cups. Responsibility and creativity. A considerate person, kind and reliable, liberal manner, interest in the arts and sciences. Someone's studying you. You're being studied. You're being studied by this type of energy, Emperor energy. You're being studied to seek truth. Will you go to war? Will you be a fool? Or will you be the Queen of Staves? Will you see life beyond death? Because in order to accept this, a part of you has to die. Power of attraction, you're bringing this to you. You're bringing this to you while you try to escape it. And you're becoming creative in your avoidance of this energy because of your fear of looking like the fool. So instead of looking like the fool, you'll chance going to war. But the queen within you does not want this. What does she want? To trust that within yourself is the truth. And within that truth is a miracle. The miracle of your potential received while in this earthly vessel. This is all like too much. This is all too much. Hold on one second. There's further messages coming through. All right. So all of this potentiality is contained within your own hand. You hold the key. You are the key. The key is not complete without merger. The key is not complete without merger. That can't be true. That can't be true. If you're made whole, if you are created in a totality, as a totality, and you exist within that totality, how can a merger be necessary? Two parts of an equation. Two parts of an equation, but the number is still, the result is still whole in itself. Couldn't you argue that all the experiences within your life are the factors of that equation? Why would you need another half? That sounds like an illusion. Why would you need another half if you were created whole? I want to know. Why would you need another half if you were created whole? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Why do you need another half if you are created whole? Give me the truth. Unless it makes sense, I'm not going to accept it. So give me the truth. Why do you need another half if you are created whole? Okay. Card number 43, come to life. Come to life. So you're trying to paint a picture of something sweeter than what it actually is. And you're so focused on that you're failing to understand you're actually not in control. You're not the one painting. Look at that serpent with its tail wrapped around the brush. That's what's doing the painting. So then that doesn't answer the question. If I was made whole in my totality, why do I need another half? Hold on, guys. This is a very important question to be answered. Ritualism, mercy, forgiveness, inspiration, compassion, inactivity. Reserve, tendency to cling to ideas and principles even after they are outdated. Conformity. So you're saying I'm following an outdated principle of wholeness and totality. So what's the proper principle to follow? If the concept of totality is outdated, at one mint. Well, shit. Checkmate. I stand corrected. At one mint. So the shift in perception. So we had perceived, I personally had perceived that you are created whole, right? You are created as totality, whole being. That you standing alone are enough. You are, that's it. And then this realization that the concept of totality, wholeness as an individual is outdated, because what we're trying to do is go beyond an individuated experience, an individuated existence. We're attempting a merger of everything, a return back to one-ment with soul, as within, so without. Absolutely. Absolutely. So then what's the other message? Conscious connections, card number 35. So there's a part of you that's fractionated. These are both you, one that's seeing everything, led by the heart, concerned with survival, root issues. And then there's another aspect of you, noticing the separation, that you, again, are made whole in yourself. Knight of Swords in reverse, incapacity, dispute or ruin over a woman, impulsive. The knight escapes his enemies on a magical flying horse. Dispute or ruin over a woman in an attempt to protect the divine feminine. We escape, we hide her away, we escape the actual trajectory of soul, and that escape provokes all the other. It's like a domino effect. Because instead of allowing her to be ripened, to be fully cooked in that sacred fire, instead, we lessen her. We diminish her to a damsel in distress and remove her from the very flames that she was to be baptized within. This is fucking deep. And in that escape death, it's a death of all the things that would have led to her growth. Well done. Transformation, clearing away the old to make way for the new, unexpected change, alteration, the ending of a familiar situation or friendship, beginning of a new era. So this is the beginning. Through transformation, the fire is delivered. That's deep. It's through her metamorphosis, just like the phoenix. She can't escape the fire. That's her own flame. So you have to let her burn. I need more clarity. This is just far too, I need more clarity because I don't like to listen. Michael said, because you don't like to listen. Yes, because I don't like to listen. So you're going to have to explain it one more time. Okay? I don't like to listen, and you're going to have to explain it one more time. You want me to understand? You want me to comply? I need to understand. He says I don't need to understand. That understanding has nothing to do with compliance, because the need to understand implicates the desire, thinly veiled desire to control, to have some control of avoidance, to escape. All right, well, you're still going to fucking explain shit to me because I need to understand. Okay? Let's see. 3 of coins. Let's see. 3 of coins in reverse, sloppiness, mediocrity, commonplace ideas, lack of skill, preoccupation. That's one way to talk shit, bro. Yeah. he's trying to say I'm being sloppy in my thoughts right now because my ideas are commonplace and I lack the skill to realize I'm being preoccupied with frivolous thoughts. Whatever. And then he tells me it's time to rise up to that level of knowing. It's time to remember my place as a high priestess. Wisdom, sound judgment, serenity, objectivity, intuition, self-reliance, emotionlessness, platonic relationships. That I'm committing to something and becoming so embroiled with the emotion that's tied to my lack of understanding, my lack of control, my lack of clarity. And that lack of clarity is the provoker. I say you're the provoker. You're provoking me right now. 9 of Cups, success, advantage, well-being, abundance, good health, difficulties surmounted. Because I was like, well, fuck it. I guess I don't need to know. In my head, I was like, fuck it. I guess I don't need to know. If you're going to be talking shit to me like that, I guess I don't need to know. So bottom line, do you really need to know everything? Do you need to know the ins and outs? Not really. Not really. Sometimes the greatest show of power is that blind leap of faith when your soul is asking you to fully submit to its will, and you take that blind leap of faith, knowing that everything will be provided for and that your understanding will come as you live through the experience, not before, but as you live through it, oftentimes after the experience is done. Oh, it's just, yeah. That's intense. That's definitely intense. So give me a closing thought, please. I would like a closing thought. I'm going to pull some cards for a closing thought. So this level up, this massive influx of energy has to do with us shifting from a thought of as an individual existing in your totality, and shifting that thought into the knowing of impending at one-ment. At one-ment is imminent. I keep hearing that over and over. At one-ment is imminent. At one-ment is imminent. Let me get a card for the closing thought. So card number 11, diving for light. This is the merger of all your parts. Look at your forehead. All your fractals, all your shards, every last bit of you coming back together. This is about you casting a wide net across the entirety of your third eye and crown, casting a net wide enough to catch all your parts and return them back to yourself. About letting, hold on. This is the message. Letting this connection serve as a support to keep your chin up, buttercup. Letting that chin remain raised, defiant in the face of that which seeks to diminish you. Card number 34, in the world, not of the world. Look at how far up her chin is. Being so defiant in your embrace of who you are, what you're here to do, whether you understand it or not, just being defiant and leaning back, allowing your hair to come undone and the pearls of wisdom to just slide right off from your personal power, just slide off. And having those pearls in your water, naked in your truth. I like that. I like that a lot. This is also about a recognition of that hive mind. Big, bold vision. It truly is a big, bold vision to be able to recognize, see that we exist within a hive mind. We're all told what's okay for us, when it's okay, what we should do, where we should go, when we should go, what we do when we're there, how long we're supposed to stay, how we share this with the world, all of this. We follow this to a T for the most part. And anyone who doesn't follow it to a T is oftentimes ridiculed. You have to work a 9 to 5. You have to be off on the weekends. Certain times of the year, you have to go to certain locations because this is where all the cool people go. And then you document your time there. You document how you spend your money. Because when you get back home, you're going to have to go back to work. So you can earn more money for the next approved slave outing. So there it is. There it is. Hive mind, right on the third eye. Not everything that glitters is gold. Look at those shields at her temples, not allowing information to come back to you. A recognition of what you're participating in. Look at the shackles on her ears, not allowing you to hear the truth of what's going on. Look at the shackles around her neck, not allowing you to turn your head whichever way you want, forcing you to look where you are directed to look. Because when you focus on something, you pay attention. And when you pay attention, you pay a price, right? And look at that. Look at that. This is what we're participating in. And it's not wanting you to know. It is not wanting you to know what it is you're actually participating in. You got to wonder why. You got to wonder why. Because if you don't wonder why, then oftentimes you're blindly just accepting. Okay? So it wasn't wrong for me to question. It's okay to question. Michael got snippy with me because I wasn't just questioning. No. I was challenging. And I was being bratty. I know I was being bratty. I was being bratty in my need, my demand to know. And he knew, just like I knew, I wanted and demanded to know because I was trying to avoid something. I was trying to avoid something in particular. And he's aware of that. And that's why he responded the way he did. And so he was telling me I need to give you guys clarity on why that conversation went the way it did. Because people don't know the conversations we're having in my head. He's like, you better let them know so they understand it's okay to question. But it's not okay to challenge and attempt to usurp. It's not. It really isn't. So you guys, I don't know what's going to happen. There's a massive influx of energy. We are being shifted in our perceptions. We are being asked to open ourselves to a sense of knowing that we don't know everything and it's okay. That we have to be free to just experience, okay? We have to allow ourselves to be free to experience things. This definitely was one hell of a read. I have a headache. Michael blew my mind. It hurts. So you guys, I hope this gives you some sort of clarity. If it just confused you more, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because I got kind of confused too. I just know it's time for at-one-ment with Source, with who you actually are. This reunification is imminent. It's imminent. It's more than just a soulmate, a twin flame. It's the reunification of all of creation. The walls are coming down. The veils are being set on fire. We're about to fully see what the actual fuck is going on. We're about to fully see it. Don't be scared of what you're going to see. Just open your eyes and watch. Open your eye and watch. Watch it unfold within you and outside of you, because this process has begun. It's not going to be stopped at this point. That's what I'm being told right now. It's not going to be stopped at this point. Okay. So please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. Tell Michael, what's up? And then cut him off. I'm joking. Don't cut him off. Bye, guys.